Okay, this is coming from a 1998 Audi A6 late model 98. So basically the same as the, I believe, the 99. Has the 2.830 valve engine, having a fuel issue, fuel pump issue. It's another video, another story maybe, but I thought I'd just do a quick video on the relay. So that's the part number. It's called 372 relay, I believe. I believe this is for the fuel pump from all the diagrams I've seen, but 4D0951253, 4D0951253, and getting some help here, of course. Okay, so thanks, Miss Magic, for the help. So that's 372. That's on the relay. That's what the pattern looks like right there. 87, 86, 87A is not marked, but by process of elimination, the middle one has to be 87A. That may be if you have two fuel pumps. I don't know. And hi, kitty. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So 86T, and here's the diagram. There. So you test resistance across T and 86. And then here's what it looks like from that direction, which is the same way I've got it oriented here. And then I'm going to see if I can put some power onto it. So look at that in a second. Okay, so this is how to test the ohms resistance. So this is the switch part of the relay between these two, between T and 86, and you test the resistance to see if the relay is good. I went ahead and replaced mine, which the part was around $40. This is probably the original one, so sometimes I probably should have tested this, but with over 200,000 miles, a lot of times I'm finding on some of my parts that they may function. Like, for example, I replaced the fuel pump, which didn't solve my no start problem, but it had slow start issues and some sputtering when you hit the gas for years. And with a fuel pump with over 200,000 miles on it, it's not really a big risk to go ahead and replace it. And I'm doing it myself. I understand it, you probably just couldn't parts can in it. If you're taking it to an auto shop, you're paying a lot for the parts and the labor, but in my case I kind of do that. So that's what I did in this case, and I think it's probably the right move. Okay, so there's a video from Ratchets and Wrenches. He's a professional mechanic, and he said if the relay is below 40 or over 120, it's probably bad. So this relay, the resistance is coming in at 41, indicates it's on the borderline or too bad. Also, too, this here is the what you set up for resistance. This multimeter has an auto feature. Some of them have choices where you'd pick one. You'd probably pick the lowest one. I think 200 or 2,000. I'm not sure. It won't matter. It won't hurt anything. So that's testing the resistance between the switch, and that appears to be a little bit below spec. So I've got a 9-volt battery here. Be careful, don't touch these things. Connected it to these. Let's do this real quick. So it appears the switch is working. The other thing is when I touch these leads here to like these two, I get continuity. See if I can do that with one hand. Sorry about that. So my multimeter's on continuity, which is just testing that you've got connection, which makes sense here with power. These should be connected. What's weird is I get connection with that one, which I've messed up the view. Okay, so continuity here, there between those two. What's weird is I get continuity there, which, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if that's supposed to happen. I thought this small one was like the open circuit that didn't touch anything when there's no power off. And I won't shoot it in the video, but when the power's off between all these three, there is no continuity. So But for sure, you're supposed to have continuity here. I know that much. And then when I take the power off, power's off, you can see there's no continuity. So this is working. What's happening with the middle one, it's a bit of a mystery to me. So sorry about that, but let's see here. You can kind of take my word for it. When you put these here, there's no continuity between those two. So there's a little bit on how to look at a relay and at least get you started, and you can determine. A lot of times too on these, I've seen them, replaced a few for a heater. A lot of times you'll see they're charred down here too. I mean, that's a telltale sign, or there's some sort of burning on the plastic. So, and again, for my case, for a lot of cases, you know, when something's this old, it's been in the car for 20 plus years and 200,000 miles, I'm really not worried about going ahead and just replacing it anyway. But anyway, there's some information on relays, and like I said, there's some other videos that have a lot more information. But hope this helps. And real quick on this, so that's why that comes in handy to have the diagram. So what I was doing is supplying power from power to 86 and T. That closes the relay, and according to this diagram, it's weird, there's two lines here, I'm not sure what that is, and 87 and 87A do end up with power right there, so they all connect. So that is working as expected. So except for the ohms resistance, this relay could be okay. Again, I replaced it already. But you can kind of see there's the diagram there. But according to this chart, that's exactly what's supposed to happen. When you put power to T and 86, it closes the connection between 30, 87A, and 87. So you would get a continuity beep between 30, 87A, and 30 and 87. All right, again, hope this helps. Thanks, bye.